everybody, Cynthia Maynard here, and I have a very exciting tip as I have been reorganizing my studio and craft room space. I have been looking for ways to make the most of my Stampin' Up! Sets, and you can do this with any brand really, but I find with the Stampin' Up! Sets, they come in these beautiful DVD cases, which is, for me, great. Other people find it a little cumbersome. I like it because you can put them into DVD stands, you can put them on bookshelves lined up with bookends, and to me it's nice and organized. So I'm going to have a video coming up on how I'm incorporating some of my other brands that I have prior to Stampin' Up! And I do still purchase a couple brands in particular I really like, but but I have found I love the Stampin' Up! They stamp so well. And anyway, I found that, you know, when they're up on my shelf like this, or in a DVD holder, you see the names, and it's nice that they put this on the spine. But I thought, you know, what an easy way, if I'm sitting at my desk and I'm working on a project, I thought about making a stamp lookbook. And this is inspired from something that Dina Wakely had done. She didn't do it exactly like I'm showing you today. She did it a little bit more, well, maybe a little more artsy. This is a little more organized in terms of, I think, will appeal to many different personalities. But I just had in my stash, you know, when school time rolls around, I always buy like drawing pads and things because I'm always sketching and doing different art projects and things. So I just grabbed one. This happens to be a Target. You could use whatever you want and make it your own, but I just grabbed this. And so I started with my older stamps that I had, and I went ahead and started labeling. So I put the name of the stamp set here, and then I just took one color and went ahead and stamped all of them in that color. And the reason why I did it all in one color is that they would all be sort of on the same level. I would be able to, just with my eye, it's nice and clean. I would be able to see, for example, down here with the flowers, Flower Shop. Now, because this is drawing paper, if you did this with watercolor paper, you could use both sides. But because this is thin drawing paper, I only did one side per sheet. So you could definitely, it does not bleed through, but as you can see through. So I didn't want to I thought it would be too cluttery to do the other side. But if you had a watercolor spiral bound pad, watercolor paper, it would be thick enough that I think you could do both sides. But anyway, so as you can see here, you can kind of see the detail a little bit better stamped out. And so if you're working on a project and you're thinking, you know, I just need something to add to it, and maybe it's not in that stamp set, you can kind of flip through and see, you know, oh, this stamp set has a little heart. A punch just jumped. This stamp set has a little heart. I'm going to go pull it out of there, and then you go to your stamp sets, pull out a nice cuppa, and you know that there's a little heart in there. So I just feel like it's a little lookbook is kind of what I used. You could also use this at your classes and demos and what have you, but I was specifically thinking for myself, for the font, by the way, I just did one word just to kind of remind me what the font looked like. Brushwork alphabet font, which is beautiful. So for me, it was all in one color, everything's streamlined. Some stamp sets fit 2 in a page. I noticed for some of the bigger ones, like guide greetings, I kind of took up 1 page dedicated to that. You can see that there. It's got lots of sentiments as well as stamps. So, yeah, so I picked a neutral color that would sort of go, but you could do obviously whatever. And so I thought I would show you one today with some of my newer ones that I'm incorporating with the holiday catalog, which is alive now. Back to me at my website, cynthiamaynard.stampinup.net, or you can email me at maynardcynthia@hotmail.com, and I can shoot one out to you. I have a great rewards program, and lots of fun things coming up, and I'm very excited about that. So so let me know if you need anything, but the holiday catalog is live, and so we've got some great stamp sets that I've been playing around now with. This one's from the annual catalog, and this one's from the holiday. So anyway, I thought we would do some together. So I grabbed chocolate chip. Who doesn't want to stamp with chocolate chip, right? We're going to find a new page. And so you can do this when you get a stamp set or two. You just add it to your collection. And that way they're also in chronological order in terms of if a stamp set's retired, if it has Celebration, you know, if you got it from Celebration, you could put an S with a circle around it, or if it was a limited time thing, you could put L with a circle so that you know it's not in the annual catalog or whatever. If it was holiday, you could put H. You could customize this however you want, but I found that, you know, just flipping through here, look at that. I mean, it's just a great way to see and be able to have just this one thing at your desk while you're crafting, and then you can just quickly say, oh, I need a sentiment about love, and so you can quickly flip through and then grab it. So to me, it's a great reference. I'm a writer. I love reference books, personally. I took a whole class on research, and I like that sort of thing. I like concordances. I like that kind of thing, because you just can't remember it all, you know, after a while. So let's go ahead and put In This World. So I'm just going to go ahead and write the title up here, just using a Tombow marker because that's what's around me. And we're going to open our chocolate chip, and then we're just going to stamp. We'll just grab a block that's going to generally fit everything. Actually, I'm going to use my nice big one. I love this big one. This is a really nice one. It's a Stampin' Up! Block. I like their blocks. I need to get the rest of them. Alright, and then we just ink it up. And stamp. I just love, it's just like a little encyclopedia of your stamps. And you can do other stamp brands, like I said. You can make a separate book. I'm going to have my own Stampin' Up! Dedicated book in case I need to bring it to a class, because I feel like that way people can, you know, whatever. Mostly it's my own reference, because I feel like I said, you're sitting there crafting and you're thinking, where? I know I have a stamp. Oh, look at that. Don't do it upside down, though. Whoops. If I'm talking at the same time. Probably not a good idea. Fine. Or you could do on your label maker. I just wrote it because why not? All right. These bells are great for coloring with your markers or some colored pencils. They're so pretty. You can go with so many different occasions. Who doesn't like a bell? I still love to hear the church bells ring. I wish more cities, towns still did that. Move that over slightly. That just gives you an idea. I mean, you can customize this however you like, but I wanted to get your wheels turning because I felt like I'm sort of I have an epiphany here. When I saw her doing that, she was just stamping randomly, like several times on one page, and then she was using those pages later for Dina Wakely, I'm talking about. She was using those pages later for her art projects, and that's a great idea too. But I liked the idea of a reference book, a lookbook, and I liked the fact that you know, doing all in one color, so everything's streamlined and everything. You can see the detail, how it stamps, which you may or may not be able to tell on the front cover of our stamp sets quite as well. They're still beautiful and there's lots of detail, but there's something about seeing it stamped, you know what I mean, that somehow comes to life on the paper for you, and that's where you're going to be using it anyway. So anyway, I hope that's a helpful tip for you if you want to give that a go, and if you do, leave me a comment down below. I'd love to know if you tried that out. And or maybe you already do it. Maybe you thought of it first. That'd be great too. You can leave that down below. And go ahead and like this video if you like helpful tips and tricks. And go ahead and subscribe if you're new here. Thank you so much for stopping by. And check out, I've got over 140 videos and counting to check out there. I have them in playlists, so you can just grab a playlist, get some coffee, and sit back and watch. And anyway, and anything else I can help you with, let me know. Have a great day.